It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers coming up next.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina's emerge from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Roberts now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Let's go.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett to throw on first. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Brissett now. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Caught here by Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett can't get away, and he's taken down. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no 1st down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte. It's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground and just 7 carries. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Baker Mayfield, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Peoples-Jones returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing, Brissett. Stripped. The ball comes out. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And the Panthers have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. after the touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Peoples-Jones returning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's caught. It's Demetric Felton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brissett. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett. But it's caught off the deflection. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Oh, yeah. Bring it.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Play to win. Let's go.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 7. Now Brissett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Throwing the out route and
certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
It's caught, Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 10.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Kevin Stefanski going to lead the offense out to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
And sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
We couldn't ask for much more at this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield. That's complete out right to the tight end Tremble. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And you see the effect of runs like that are starting to happen in this game. A little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short game.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a down some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he is going to have it for his first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it. They had the 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs. Now they got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The ball on the 8, still could get a 1st down technically, 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in Madden time. They had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Peoples-Jones returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. 9-0.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down. They couldn't reel it in.
I think this is worth remembering. There's plenty of time left on the clock. So that means you don't necessarily need a big home run ball. You can still run your offense and look to take 15 to 20 yards at a time.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.